I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, just like the river, I've been running ever since. Been such a long time coming, but I know, said, a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die, 'cause I don't know what's up there, baby, said, beyond the sky. Been such a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Then I go to the movies, and I go downtown. Somebody keep telling me, baby, don't you hang around. Been such a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Then I go to my brother, and I said, now, brother, won't you help me, please, Lord? Don't you know the man winds up knocking me, baby, knocking me back on my knees. Oh, there've been times that I thought I couldn't last for long, but don't you know I'm able to carry on. Been such a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Oh, yes, it will. Oh, yes, it will.
And we're very happy today to have Jose James in the studio. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you guys, man. This is awesome.
This is great, yeah. Well, let's start out a little bit. I noticed that, from listening to your albums, you weren't doing a lot of acoustic-based music until No Beginning, No End.
Correct.
And I wanted to find out from you what sort of precipitated you starting to write some songs on acoustic and playing them particularly.
Yeah, that's a great question. Well, to sort of give you a larger answer about the return of the guitar in general, I played a little in high school on electric, on a Gibson 330 hollow body. Mm-hmm. And then I discovered my voice and said, okay, I'm going to just focus on that, And when I was making No Beginning, No End, my first album on Blue Note, I went to Paris to work with this singer named Hindi Zara, who's from Morocco. And she plays a lot of guitar, a lot of acoustic and electric, mostly in the studio as a writing tool. And she has a lot of acoustic guitars in her music. So she said, yeah, let's just jam on guitars. And I hadn't played in, 17 years or something, and it felt really cool.
Wow.
And she ended up playing acoustic on the song we wrote, Sword and Gun, and I ended up playing Epiphone on that track. And it was like, oh yeah, I forgot how much I love playing guitar. So she got kind of the bug in me to start playing again. And I had started working with Emily King, who's a singer-songwriter in New York City, She wrote the songs Heaven on the Ground and Come to My Door on that album, and she played acoustic on those. And she has a Taylor nylon string, which I loved the sound of, but for the album I wanted a steel string. So I kind of talked to her, and she brought me around to some shops, and we played a lot of stuff, and I ended up on this model. I just loved it. I fell in love with it right away. She used that on both those tracks, and I was like, man, this is fantastic. And then when the album came out, I was like, well, now I've got to play it, If I gave you my love, baby, I tell you what I do. I'd expect a whole lot of love out of you, baby. You got to be good to me, baby. Say now, I'm gonna be good to you. Oh, there's a whole lot of things you and I could do, baby. Oh, come on, baby. The evening child, all night long, say, I'm talking about love with you, baby. Simply beautiful. See, if I gave you my love, baby, I tell you what I do. I'd expect a whole lot of love out of you, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that you're composing more on acoustic guitar too.
Yeah.
You had mentioned that in an interview that during that tour you started composing more on acoustic guitar. Does it change the nature of the songs that you're writing?
It does. A lot of the times I'll hear like the kind of general feel of a song, like the chord progression or a bass line. Like the song Trouble, I heard the bass line first, and that was the kind of the beat and the bass line started the whole thing. So a lot of times I'll just get like a little piece of the song and flesh it out later. And on piano, it's kind of like more theoretical. It's like it's all there. There's no surprises like there are in guitar. It's kind of if you're just messing around, because everything is like laid out in such a landscape. So I found I was using a lot of the same language and a lot of kind of jazz harmony and jazz progressions on piano. And then when I started, traveling with this, I mean, the thing that's great about traveling with the guitar is like, I finish the gig, I get home, to hotel room, it's 2 a.m, you're not tired, you want to unwind, you pick up the guitar and you start playing.
And you can't play piano just in the
hotel room. Exactly,
and
right. It's a real instrument, and it was such a joy and an unexpected joy for me. There's one incident where I actually blew my ears out down in Curacao last year. I had to stay in a hotel room for a week recovering, and all I had was this guitar, and it was like great. I can play, songs, and I wrote a lot of the songs like Bodhisattva, Anywhere You Go, and a lot of the beginnings of other ones started because it was just me and the guitar. So yeah, and just the changes I guess have been, you can hear it from No Beginning to Why You're Sleeping. It's like there's more focus on kind of a blues feel, singer-songwriter feel. I think the acoustic guitar really complements my voice in a cool way. I was sort of softening the piano by using a Rhodes on the former album, but I think this is even better, for my voice, because it sort of like cushions it in a way that no other instrument can do.